What's going on, y'all? It's J Smo Reviews here, back at it again with another video. As you guys can see by the title, doing a regular predictions video today for BullPens Mecca card coming up this weekend. I'm going to kick off really this long run of events for us, right? We have the Mecca card the 30th. Coming up this weekend. Then on the 5th, we're going to have no Entourage, Tay-Rock versus Real Deal. And then from there, you start hitting GTX, SM, you know what I'm saying, max out. Excuse me, it's early over here, but this is going to be the start to kind of like kick all that, this great run of events off. BullPen, been active this year, you know what I'm saying? I believe that they've had 2 events prior to this. Yeah, they had the one that was headlined by Loso and Super Black. Can't remember the name of that right now. And then they had Pandemic, which, received a lot of critical success, public success. You know what I'm saying? It was a good event. And now you have the Mecca right here in New York. Some decent matchups on here. There's one battle that I really like. Then a couple bullpen talents getting a shot. And then a main event, you know what I'm saying, that we'll have some jokes for. But without further ado, let's get right into predicting the Mecca card. When it comes to like I call them the fine print matchups, but when it does come to the battles, I believe this is Quanda Rebel versus CNG Ty, and Taj Millie versus Wavington. I know Wavington's been around for a minute on BullPen, but outside of that, not really familiar with any of the talents there, so I can't really give a fair prediction. But then you have the main card for, and the first battle I want to talk about is E Hart versus Cashflow Rizzy. Definitely, a smart battle to book for John in terms of like building up Cashflow Rizzy. Do I know if her like ceiling is actually going to get there? I don't know. She's pretty decent versus Shuni, but after, some highlights, she kind of sunk out, which is how a lot of these talents are, whether they're developmental or whether they don't have the ceiling. I mean, you're just going to see flashes, and then you're going to see a dip until either they build themselves up or we just know what they are. So another opportunity for Rizzy. I'm going to have to go with E-Hart 2-1, if not 3-0. I just think that E-Hart takes everything pretty seriously. True pro, been sitting down for a minute. She lost to Cheddar Judge. I'll always say that that's the craziest thing to me. I was for sure. I think she cleared Ched. I think she was great in that battle. One of the better lady performances from last year, my personal opinion. And I could see here her just getting a win against someone that just isn't there yet. It's like, how much is there left for E-Hart to do in her career, right? It's why battles like this are being taken. But got the vet just like cleaning up there and handling business. And same for the next matchup, Cortez versus Philly Hayes. Philly Hayes was decent on the Pandemic card. He went against... I can't remember who we went against, but I actually had him losing 2-1. He was freestyling a lot. In a good way. I think he was freestyling, like getting reaction for it, but his base material wasn't that crazy. So a lot of his moments did come off like the rebuttal and freestyle moments, but just in terms of pure raps, I just think Core is better. Is there a world where Philly Hayes tries his hardest and Core, is kind of like a little lackluster, maybe, but Core is pro, similar to like an E-Hart. He usually is able to handle business in these situations when necessary. I just don't think Philly Hayes has that type of ceiling to compete with Core if he's even, 70, 80% engaged. And for that reason, I have Cortez 2-1. And then you get into the other 2 battles of the card. Bonnie versus Lady Caution, to me, is going to be battle of the night. Clearly back and forth, the best battle here. Bonnie returning from, I believe she just had a child, congratulations to Bonnie. And Caution's been battling upwards, ever since last year with her Lady Flames first rounder. She kind of surprised me in that one. And then everything we've seen from there, the Cedar Boss battle, really, really good look for her. And then the Ash Cash body bag hasn't dropped, but obviously I heard that she was spectacular in that. Had Ash Cash damn near retiring on the timeline right after. So she's been handling her business. She's a few plates coming up. Chirac, I believe, on No Entourage the week after. So a little bit of prep back-to-back, but I think she's known for being active, even though not always against, like, real comp names. Chirac and Bonnie back-to-back weekends is tough. I think she's done it on like a lower level with like lower level talents. With that being said, though, just the way that she's punching her contents went up, her delivery. She really made a 180. It was a point I was really skeptical of Lady Caution as a talent prospect, and here we are, and there's a reason she's in this opportunity. So I have her 2-1 against returning Bonnie. Bonnie is like I said multiple times with this card, she's a pro's pro. So if Bonnie wins, I wouldn't be shocked. Maybe Caution slacks her, has flaws, and Bonnie makes up for that with just seasonedness, not really defeating herself, leaving it up to her opponent. But I think Caution can reach those higher peaks, and for that reason, I do have Caution winning 2-1 in the battle of the night. And that leaves us with the main event, John Dedam versus Jay Mills, I guess. It's a Jay Mills battle, and I don't really have everything I can say. I have said when it comes to Mills, it feels like. I have John recently going on a 4-battle skid in his solo battles over the past couple years, dating back to, I believe, Ace, right? So that's the closest of all four, in my opinion. Probably damn near debatable-ish battle, but I have Ace winning. I know many do on BullPen. Then Ill Will, very clear loss on SM. Following Ill Will, Sue Surf, another very clear loss, both of them in 30 fashion. And then he has Chef Trez, who I also had him pretty clearly losing to. I know some people had it closer, but I had him losing on Redemption. With all that being said, with those 4 losses, he will not be taking a 5th. He will beat Jay Mills. I don't know if this is like kind of a small tune-up for SM just to get back on the right track. For his battle versus T-Top, you know what I'm saying, which I discussed. Not the biggest fan of that battle, but I think if you are, John is a legend. He is able to get a good performance here and kind of get back to what he was doing, maybe find more rhythm. I think that he can go in there and have a good performance. It's not an impossible thing. There's reasons I don't like that battle being booked, but I think this is a smart move here. You put yourself in a situation where you're basically going against a punching bag. I just don't think that there is a goddamn thing Jay Mills is going to be able to do about this, as it is with almost every Jay Mills battle. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of fighting back. There's not a lot of that. There's just Mills, and he's going to tell us that Bedrock sold 7 million again, and he's going to get into his flow pockets, but there's just a complete lack of just understanding the new punchline format, what you need to do. And let me take that back. Not the new punchline format, because you can be very, very successful in battle rap without being a punchline rap. Actually, this isn't even really, I think, the punchline era. I think we're kind of phasing out of that. I think real talk, you know what I'm saying, specifically drug talk too, gets over very, very well in the current climate of battle rap and what we're doing. But there's none of that. There's like history talk, but it's very directionless. There is some angling, but it's directionless. There's some jokes, but they're very outdated. And then when he does get to a punch or really any attacking double entendres, they tend to be outdated. And I just don't know if that could be fixed. But excited to see what John does in his main event. Even when he has like the clear advantage, like in a Reed and a Young Ill battle, usually gives some of his better performances there. You know what I'm saying? When he super outmatches a guy, it's like that's when he brings himself all the way to the forefront to be incredible. So John's going to win every syllable of this battle in the main event. But overall, Mecca card is pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? I like the Bonnie. I like the Bonnie and Lady Caution work. I know that'll be talked about come Bodhi time. I think that could determine some things on the lower end of that ranking scale, right? Specifically Caution shooting up into there. And then you have a couple shots giving to BullPen talent, and then you have a little John showcase in the start. So you know what I'm saying? You're out there, out support it out in Yonkers. Definitely a cool little event. Quick too, I think, because 6 battles. You know what I'm saying? 4 main battles probably won't take that long. I think it's going to stream to Caffeine as well the day after. I think it's shot on the 29th and then stream to Caffeine the 30th. I could be wrong, but I believe that's how that's going to go down. So I'm sure I'll have a little recap here. You know what I'm saying? Talking about anything if there's like some breakout performances. But you guys, let me know down below. Specifically with John, do you think this is a tune-up for the T-Top battle? And if so, do you think it's going to work? Do you think this is a smart little idea for John to get one in before then kind of get back on the right track? But it's been J Smo Reviews again, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. Peace.